On the warm spring evening of October 21st, 1978, a Cessna 182L light aircraft left Melbourne, Australia, horizon-bound, chasing the last light of the day. Behind the sticks was 20-year-old Frederick Valentich, an aviation enthusiast bent on a career in the sky. With darkness now upon him, but in ideal conditions, Frederick was cruising at 35,000 feet above the southern waters of the Bass Strait. That's when he saw it. 1,000 feet overhead and moving at incredible speeds. As it moved past his aircraft, at 7:06 p.m., he radioed flight control to report he was being followed by an aircraft of unknown origin. He was told, in no uncertain terms, that there was no other air traffic in that area. Yet, illuminated by 4 bright lights, the large aircraft approached quickly from the east. As it hovered above him, he described a long, silver, metallic object with a bright green light. Again, it sped off. As the object closed in again from the southwest, the Cessna 182 engines coughed into a rough idle. As the object again hovered on top of him, his last words were, "It's not an aircraft." Silence. Then the sounds of scraping metal. The generally accepted explanation: a young, inexperienced pilot was confused by the formation of celestial lights, Mars, Venus, so on, and in his trying to right the aircraft, realigned it to the horizon, but inadvertently flipped the plane. Now, slowly descending towards the water, his own lights reflected back at him upon the waters of an ocean, reaching heaven-bound to swallow him up. With nothing to go on but the words of a dead man, we can either believe the unbelievable or blame the dead for their own end. UFO, or pilot error. And while this may be an extreme example, how many of us are cruising towards the final moment full of unanswered questions? How easy will it be to blame us when we're gone, for getting mixed up on clear nights and crashing in ideal conditions? Young, inexperienced, and reaching for the skies, I've seen lights blink out, accidents and incidents, and suicides like slip and slides, one right after another. The question will always be why. When we're gone, they'll ask us why, because the only thing humans love more than a good mystery is an answer. Couldn't control that flesh shell for the concrete obstacle course. Of course, the official documentation reads, pilot error. They say Frederick Valentich believed in UFOs. Yet maybe his obsession with flying was an effort to see something he couldn't explain. Everyone agrees his beliefs have to be factored into the crash, because forces beyond his knowledge had taken an interest in him, or because we're too blinded by our own perceptions of the world to realize we've flipped our planes against the horizon, seeing what we want to see, asking a distant voice on the radio for help, but ultimately, alone in the night, unable to explain what is happening to us. Silence. The sounds of scraping metal.